Have you ever felt jealous of someone you love, maybe a brother or sister? Jealousy is a powerful emotion. It can make us do things we never thought possible. In the Bible, there is a story about two brothers, Cain and Abel. Their story teaches us about the dangers of jealousy and the importance of forgiveness. Cain and Abel were the first two sons of Adam and Eve. Cain was a farmer. He worked hard to grow crops in the field. Day after day, he toiled under the sun, ensuring that the land was fertile and the plants grew strong. Abel, on the other hand, was a shepherd. He took care of sheep. Abel spent his days in the pastures, guiding his flock to green pastures and fresh water. He knew each sheep by name and cared for them deeply. One day, Cain and Abel brought offerings to God. They wanted to show their gratitude and devotion. Cain brought some of his crops. He selected a portion of his harvest, thinking it would be enough to please God. Abel brought the best lamb from his flock. He chose the finest, healthiest lamb, wanting to give God the very best he had. God was pleased with Abel's offering. He saw the sincerity and love in Abel's heart. He could see Abel's love and devotion. Abel's offering was a true reflection of his faith and dedication. God was not pleased with Cain's offering. Cain's heart was not in the right place. Cain had not given his best. He had held back, not offering the finest of his produce. God told Cain to do better next time. He encouraged Cain to reflect on his actions and strive to offer his best in the future. He was very angry. His heart was filled with rage and bitterness. He was jealous of his brother Abel. Abel's offerings were favored by God, and this made Cain feel inferior and resentful. Cain let his anger control him. He couldn't stand the thought of being second to his brother. He invited Abel to go out to the fields. It seemed like a peaceful gesture, but Cain had a dark plan in mind. When they were alone, Cain attacked Abel. His jealousy and anger erupted into violence. Cain killed his own brother. The field, once a place of peace, became a scene of tragedy. God asked Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain lied to God. He tried to hide his sin. He said he didn't know. "Am I my brother's keeper?" he retorted, trying to deflect the blame, but God knew what Cain had done. God punished Cain. The ground which had received Abel's blood would no longer yield crops for Cain. Cain had to leave his home and family. He was cast out, marked and sent away. He had to live as a wanderer. Forever haunted by his actions, Cain roamed the earth, bearing the weight of his brother's blood. The story of Cain and Abel is a sad one. It is a tale that has been told for generations, illustrating the destructive power of jealousy and the importance of forgiveness. Cain, driven by envy, committed a terrible act against his brother Abel, an act that would haunt him forever. It teaches us that jealousy can lead to terrible things. When we allow jealousy to take root in our hearts, it can cloud our judgment and lead us down a dark path. The stormy clouds and turbulent waters symbolize the inner turmoil that jealousy can create within us. When we are jealous, we are not thinking clearly. Our vision becomes foggy, and we find ourselves at a crossroads, unsure of which path to take. The conflict within us can be overwhelming, making it difficult to see the right course of action. We might do things we will regret. The weight of our actions can leave us feeling isolated and filled with remorse. The images of solitude and regret remind us of the consequences of letting jealousy control our actions. The story also teaches us about forgiveness. Just as the sun breaks through the storm clouds, forgiveness can bring light and peace into our lives. It can mend broken relationships and heal our hearts. Can we forgive someone who has hurt us badly? This is a question that many of us struggle with. Forgiveness is not easy, but it is a powerful act that can transform our lives. The images of reconciliation and peaceful sunsets symbolize the serenity that forgiveness can bring. Can we forgive ourselves for the mistakes we have made? Self-forgiveness is just as important as forgiving others. It allows us to move forward and grow from our experiences. The serene landscapes and contemplative moments remind us of the peace that comes with self-acceptance. These are important questions to think about. They challenge us to look within and find the strength to forgive both others and ourselves. The tranquil scenes encourage us to seek inner peace and harmony. The story of Cain and Abel reminds us to choose love over jealousy, forgiveness over anger. It is a timeless lesson that encourages us to cultivate compassion and understanding in our hearts, leading to a more harmonious and fulfilling life.